Jai Guruji. Thank you so much. And I am grateful to Guruji कि उन्होंने आपके थ्रू मुझे हुक्म किया है कि मैं अपना सत्संग शेयर करूं आपके साथ. Thank you Guruji. Thank you Sangat ji. Jai Guruji. As I always say, जे सौ चंदा उगवे सूरज चढ़े हजार ऐते चानण होंदिया गुर बिन कोर अंधार. गुरु बिना बिल्कुल अंधेरा है. अगर 100 चंदा भी उग जाए, हजारों सूरज उग जाए, but in your life if there is no guru, total अंधेरा है. So with Guruji's blessings, we came to Guruji Sharan in 1994, and my brother took me to him in Jalandhar, as I was very, very badly asthmatic. So my brother said कि चलो आपको एक गुरुजी से मिलाते हैं, तो वो सबके दुख हरण करते हैं, उन सबकी पीड़ा दूर करते हैं, सबको ठीक करते हैं. So coming from a family where we were taught to respect all religions, all gurus, all Mahapurushas, I went with an open heart and very positively I said, okay, we must go. So as soon as we went there, शाम का टाइम था, सत्संग शुरू हुआ था. जैसे ही मैंने गुरुजी को प्रणाम किया, he said, आगी जोगा, आगी जितेंद्र कौर. अब Jitendra Kaur is my name in the papers. Nobody else really knows my name as Jitendra Kaur. Everybody calls me Joga. So I was quite surprised. I thought, okay, my brother must have told Guruji that my sister's name is Jitendra Kaur. So when we were going back from Guruji's sangat back to Chandigarh, I asked my brother, I said, did you tell Guruji that my name is Jitendra? He says, Jogapan, I have actually forgotten your name also because we all call you Joga. So this is what happened. This was my first experience. And it was so awesome seeing Guruji sitting there in a beautiful red chola and looking so gorgeous. And of course, I sat there mesmerized. And would you believe I did not, until today, have not got a single asthma attack. Whereas I was asthmatic since the age of 3. And I don't know how I passed my school, attending school, going to the hospital, attending college, going to the hospital. And it was pretty bad. 60 milligram steroids and inhalers and whatnot. But जैसे ही गुरुजी को मैंने प्रणाम किया, वो दिन 94 सितंबर का गया और अब तक, आज तक, I have never, ever with his grace had any asthma attack. So Guruji की blessings के बारे में, गुरुजी के बारे में बताना या बोलना, I feel ऐसे है कि एक इंसान का ओशन पीना, सागर पीना, which is not possible in million years. हमें गुरुजी की महिमा कहते कहते millions of years लग जाएंगे, तब भी हम उनका गुणगान नहीं कर सकते. It is so amazing that, हमारे जैसे, we are all so blessed to be in his Sharan and to be accepted by him in his Sharan, that I think in the whole universe, we are the luckiest people. The whole Sangat of Guruji is so lucky हाँ, सबकी जिंदगी में ये कुछ ना कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स तो सबको आती हैं, बट गुरुजी gives you so much of strength and so much of positivity that one can fight anything. So फिर हम सब जाने लग गए. My husband, both my boys, we all started going to Guruji in Jalandhar. He would tell us, अच्छा on Thursday nu आना, on Monday nu आना, और Sunday nu ਜਦੋਂ ਹੁਕਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ, we used to go and be in his presence. And you know, there was always this rejuvenation of one's soul and one's whole body. It is, अब भी अगर सत्संग में हम जाते हैं तो रिजुविनेट होते हैं, पर जब वो गुरुजी उधर बैठे होते थे ना, तो ऐसे लगता था कि the energy of the whole universe is coming to you. It's such a beautiful feeling. And so gradually, as I told you, every one of us started going. My husband had an audio recording studio in Chandigarh, and he was looking for some very sophisticated machinery, which in those days would cost about 20 lakhs of rupees. And, you know, one never had that kind of cash. And he requested Guruji one day, and Guruji, that time he didn't answer. But after a few times when we went, he told him to record something. Uske baad Guruji says, machine na aa gaya. So we were wondering, we kahan aa gayi, kaise aa gayi? Would you believe, out of the blue, some person rang up from Switzerland, says, okay, I hear you have a studio and you're looking for these machines, professional machines. So my husband was quite surprised. He says, Hanji, yes, I am. तो आप मानोगे नहीं, उस बंदे ने हमारे चंडीगढ़ में स्टूडियो पहुंचाई वो मशीन है. पता नहीं कैसे पहुंची, क्योंकि उन दिनों में, you know, there was so many formalities if you had to import certain machinery from abroad. But गुरुजी ने तो वो सब खत्म किया और सीधी मशीनें वो हमारे स्टूडियो में छोड़ गए. And of course the money, he said, okay, you give me some advance and then rest you can give in installments. अब ये कौन कर सकता है ऐसा? It was unbelievable. This was one of the various experiences that we've had with Guruji. My younger son had to appear for exam for selection into engineering, and he told Guruji, he says, Guruji said, pen haiga? Hanji haiga ji. So he blessed his pen, and my son, he stood first in the exam. So, and always he would call both my boys Americano. He said, ये अमेरिका जाणगे, इन्हां नूं उत्थे भेजना है, इन्हां नूं इत्थे नहीं रखना. And as everybody knows, my youngest son is in Danville, California, and Vadawala is in Vancouver. So both in North America with Guruji's blessings. गुरुजी की blessings तो इतनी ज्यादा हैं कि कहते कहते, as I said, it can take me millions of years thanking him, talking about him. And you know, I have no clue how to explain what Guruji is. He is there for each one of us whenever we need him. He is there by our side. अभी जब हमने वैंकूवर आना था, तो मेरे हस्बैंड का पीआर का टाइम खत्म हो रहा था, so he had to be here before the 25th of February. And by till the 16th, we were winding up certain things in Chandigarh, and till the 16th of this month, we had no clue whether we are leaving or not. 16th afternoon, we got one ticket. So my husband said, okay, and that was for the 18th morning. So you can imagine how Guruji helped me pack everything, how Guruji helped, us clear up everything. And I don't know how he did it in one evening. Next morning, we went to Delhi, and that night was my flight. He got a different flight on the 19th. So we came here before the 22nd. 22nd को यहाँ पे एक ruling आ गई थी कि every traveler had to pay $2,000 and be quarantined for 3 days in a hotel, and then of course 14 days. So Guruji saved us those $4,000, and these are little things in life, but you sit and wonder कहाँ गुरुजी हमारी हेल्प करते हैं, कैसे कैसे करते ही रहते हैं, हमेशा करते रहते हैं. And as I'm sure you have heard before also that my father, I have shared this experience earlier also. My father was a real, great devotee of Guruji. And Guruji was very, very fond of my father. My father got, Guruji, he went to Guruji in Jalandhar, and Guruji said, आओ थोड़ा operation करना है. So my father thought कि मैं तो hale and hearty हूँ, मेरा operation किस चीज का करना है. And Guruji ने चम्मच लगाया और asked my brother to get पान के पत्ते, वो रखे उनके पेट पे और चम्मच से देखा. एंड माय फादर सेड कि ऐसे लगा कि बहुत जैसे हीट निकल रही है उनके बॉडी से. सो afterwards he picked up the leaves, the betel leaves, and he told my brother, इनको पानी में बहा दो, गुरुजी ने बोला. तो देन बोलते कि आपका ऑपरेशन कर दिया मैंने, गुरुजी बोलते. तो मेरे डैड, as you know, he said, ठीक है गुरुजी, thank you गुरुजी, शुक्राना, and he went to Chandigarh. After 3 days, he passed blood in his urine, my father. He was taken to PGI, and they had to operate upon him. There was a growth in his bladder wall, which was as big as a tennis ball. So my father would have never known about it if Guruji had not done that operation for him. So the PGI doctor said, okay, now, Mr. China, you have to have this operation almost every year. And 6 months, they have to do checkups and whatever. It's a hell of a long procedure, they said. And after then, Guruji went away to Rajasthan, and we couldn't get in touch with him because those days there were no cell phones and all, and Guruji did not want anybody to ring him up and find out. And he would always get in touch with you, but he did not like if somebody sort of got in touch with him. And we didn't even know where he was. So after 3 months, Dad had to undergo another operation. And with Guruji's bakshish, the second time the growth was just as big as a pea. And after that, there has been no operation, no growth, no cancer, no nothing. And my dad lived till age of 99. And a very healthy life he led, all with Guruji's bakshish. So we would just go to Guruji and spend so much time with him. sitting with him, and he would say, okay, now Chandigarh wali sangat jao. उससे पहले हम जा नहीं सकते थे. We couldn't even dare to ask कि हम जाएं. आज्ञा नहीं ले सकते थे. आज्ञा ले बिना हम वहां से जा ही नहीं सकते थे. तो गुरुजी ने जब भी आज्ञा देनी, विंटर होना, समर होना, कई बार इतनी फॉग होनी विंटर में, रात के 2 बज जाने, एंड गुरुजी वुड से ओके चंडीगढ़ की संगत अब जाओ. एंड as soon as we got out of Jalandhar, every single time there would be some kind of a canter truck, that small truck, that would come right in front of our car and lead us till Chandigarh and then disappear. And for 1 or 2 times we thought, okay, it's some traffic going, it's fine. But every single time it happened, then we realized, oh my God, that's Guruji guiding us through this thick fog and late at night. And Guruji really, really takes care of every one of us. ऐसे ही मेरे एक बार बहुत बहुत लोअर बैक में दर्द होती थी. तो दैट टाइम गुरुजी वाज इन चंडीगढ़ सेक्टर 33. सो गुरुजी सेड, अच्छा जोगा आंटी आप मेरी बैक दबाओ. सो फ्रॉम हिज शोल्डर्स राइट टिल द डाउन एट द बैक आई वाज प्रेसिंग. ही सेज जोर से दबाओ. जोर नहीं है तेरे में. आई एम वेरी थिन एंड petite, बट जितना मेरे में जोर था मैंने लगाया. एंड उस दिन के बाद मेरी तो बैक प्रॉब्लम बिल्कुल ही सॉल्व हो गई. नो बैक प्रॉब्लम, नथिंग. सो दीज आर गुरुजी's ways of curing us. Sometimes he would say, tell somebody कि लोटे में पानी पियो. कभी कुछ ऐसा छोटा छोटा बताते थे. फिर कई बार हमें बोलते थे, कहते ये तो लोकां नू दिखाण नू करदा, मैं तो ठीक वैसे देख के ही कर दिंदा, पर लोकां नू विश्वास नहीं आंदा. इसलिए कोई फिजिकल एविडेंस मैनू देना पैंदा है भी आ तुसी लोटे च पानी पी लो, या मैं अपनी माला तुहाडे जल प्रसाद बना के तुहानू प्या रहा, या मैं कह रहा थोड़ा दान कर दो, ये कर दो. He says, otherwise मैं क्योर कर देना बिना. He said he didn't need anything physical. He could cure us just by looking at us. That's the greatness of our Guruji. And there is a very interesting experience of my regression. I did not know that time, 95, 96, I did not know कि गुरुजी ने को रिग्रेशन कोई करे नहीं ठीक लगता उनको. मुझे पता ही नहीं था. सो हमारे फ्रेंड के यहाँ एक फ्रेंड आई, तो दिल्ली से, वो कहते भी रिग्रेशन करती है तो सारे इकट्ठे हो जाओ. There were 7 of us. We all got together and she did group regression for us. I had the most beautiful experience. I was in in my last janam, I was in some stone age kind of, and I was a man, and you know how they regress, they take you to a happy time of your life and then to a sad, time of your life, and then they take you to the end of that life. So all that happened, and they said, okay, that's the end of the life. So I see myself like I was an old man, maybe a Mongolian or something, tribal, and I am lying down and I'm supposed to be dead, but my soul is high up. I can see my body. And then I am just floating. And where do I go? I see Shivji and Parvati ji sitting. And then Shivji comes down from his, that जैसे चट्टान पे बैठे होते हैं या किसी सिंहासन पे बैठे हैं, उधर से उतर के comes and holds my right hand and says in Punjabi, "Appa idhar nu." So we are going, floating. I am floating, and then there comes the edge, and then Shivji says, "Bas main ethon tak." So I was quite surprised, and when I narrated my experience to the lady who was regressing us, she was so surprised. She says, "ऐसी मैंने कभी भी नहीं सुना." So I forgot about it because we thought it's all fun and games. Next time when we went to Delhi, जैसे मैंने गुरुजी को मत्था टेका तो गुरुजी कहते, "क्यों कराते ना दर्शन?" Now I could not put two and two together, but I said, "Hanji Guruji, Hanji Maharaj." So then I went and sat, and I kept asking my husband, I said, "Guruji, what does he mean?" He says, "I don't know, you think about it." After a while it struck me, I said, "Oh my God, Shivji ke sakshat darshan karaye mere ko." So that is what he meant. So can you imagine? Can you just imagine? I am sitting in Chandigarh with people who have no idea about Guruji or my connection with Guruji, and I do not even tell about this regression to anyone. After a month or so, I come to Delhi, and my Guruji knows about my experience. What does this prove? This proves that he is almighty. There is nothing that is beyond him. It is him everywhere. तू ही है, सब जगह it's him. So ऐसे experiences बहुत हुए हैं लाइफ में. And when गुरुजी ने जब समाधि ली तो he sent me to America. It was my nephew's wedding, and it was my nephew's Sangeet the day I got to know कि गुरुजी ने महासमाधि ले ली है. It was such a till today I cannot understand. It was my sister-in-law, मेरे ननद के बेटे की का संगीत था अमेरिका में. तो ना तो मैं हंस सकती थी, ना मैं रो सकती थी. पता नहीं कैसे गुरुजी ने उस टाइम हमें संभाला. My older son was also with me, elder one. So गुरुजी को ही पता है क्या उनकी कैसी इच्छा है. Maybe he didn't want me to get a shock, because as every one of us loves Guruji, and everyone thinks कि गुरुजी हमारे है. So did I, कि गुरुजी मेरे हैं, तो कैसे हमें छोड़ के चले गए. I miss him a lot, but जैसे उनका हुक्म, life has to carry on. Okay, बच्चे, then this is finally I'll say Jai Guruji and bless you all. Bless the whole Sangat, Guruji. Bless everybody. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you. Jai Guruji.